You might be wondering, is whole grain good for weight loss? Well, let's talk about it. People on weight loss want to eat their bread, and they somehow think that whole grain is healthier. In this video, we'll talk about what is whole grain and what happened to it over the years. Then we'll talk about bread. Can it be included in your diet in weight loss mode? And then we'll dive into how you can lose 10% of your body weight every month on the Code Red lifestyle, and does it include bread? So people think that grains are healthy, and let me tell you, they used to be. Back when Jesus was on the earth, the grains weren't bad, but things are a whole lot different a couple of thousand years later. Grains used to be fine, and we didn't used to overconsume them, but now we're producing enough grains on this planet for 10 billion people. And what do we have? 7.5 billion people on this planet? We're overproducing grains. And guess what? We're putting grains in everything. We've got them in shampoo. We've got them in makeup. We've got them in supplements. I mean, they're used as a filler. And the problem is because we're being exposed and we're consuming so many grains, our bodies are now producing antibodies to the grains and the gluten, and we're overreacting to them. So that's why so many people have autoimmune disease. Nowadays, we're breeding our grains to produce a lot more per stock. I mean, I'm not going to deep dive into the science. I'm not a farmer. I'm not someone that does this, but I know a little bit about it. And if you do just basic research, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is not controversial. In our fields, the farmers and the growers are wanting to get the most bang for their buck. So they're crossbreeding and hybridizing their grains to where they produce a lot of grains per stock. And it's bastardizing our grains. And you know what? The FDA actually has a picture of a grain stock on their logo. It's just kind of widely accepted in our society that we eat grains, and it shouldn't be, because it's making us very sick and very fat. It used to take hours to bake bread the right way, but now we're baking bread start to finish in a matter of minutes. And it's making us sick because we're speeding up the process and we're doing the workaround. So we're fighting against Mother Nature. We're fighting against the way that things should be. Now, listen, I don't want to demonize grains and I don't want to demonize bread. But the question originally is, can I have whole grain bread in weight loss mode while I lose weight? And the answer is no. And why is that? The grains that we're consuming nowadays are not healthy for us. They're going to spike your blood sugar. They're going to cause you to want to eat more, trigger more hunger. It's going to feed into type 2 diabetes. Of course, we don't want to trigger the insulin. We don't want our blood sugar to go up and trigger more insulin. Remember, say it with me, you can't lose weight in the presence of insulin. So yes, we want insulin, but we only want a little bit for a small amount of time. So listen, I want to hear from you. Comment below and tell me, have you ever been on a program that lets you eat bread? I call that the workaround. Okay, I don't care what their fancy name for bread is, but I am curious what you have been taught and what you've been told. Comment below. I want to hear what you think. Grains are devoid of nutrition. They're packed with calories. And did you know that eating grains over a period of time actually changes the architecture of your brain? There's a lot of data research and science behind this. I definitely suggest you do your research about this. There's a book called Grain Brain. There's a book called Wheat Belly. A lot of good literature out there that you need to get your hands on and teach yourself about what I'm talking about. So how does it increase your risk of diabetes? Well, by eating bread, it's causing your pancreas to release more insulin to bring your blood sugar down so you don't die. Well, if you put that kind of demand on your pancreas over and over and over, it just beats the crap out of your pancreas. And your pancreas at one point just goes, you know what? I'm out. I'm done. I can't do this. And you, my friend, have type 2 diabetes. This is not a road you want to go down. You caused this by eating bread. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. You need to understand the nature of the trap. And I'm here to tell you not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So can you have bread on the Code Red lifestyle? Look, I'm sure you got the answer by now, but no, my job is to make you healthy, to get you off medications, to get you feeling better, get your pain out of your body, to help you lose weight and get your life back And I'm not going to accomplish that if I allow you to have bread. I don't care if it's Dave's Killer Bread or some sort of a whole grain healthy. I don't care what the label says. I don't care. I've been in this industry a long, long time, and I've seen lots of different breads come and go, and none of them will serve your health for the better. So what do I do to get 10% of your body weight off every month? Well, you can get that with a customized nutrition program, and I'll link it up below, but what you can do is you can have a fully personalized, customized nutrition program written just for you. And yes, I write those myself. I want to have my finger on the pulse of every single person that comes through my lifestyle. And by the way, over 44,000 people have come through the Code Red lifestyle in the past 5 years or so. I kind of know what I'm doing, and I can absolutely help you. We don't eat bread, but we do eat a lot of yummy food like meat and vegetables and nuts, eggs, seeds, seafoods, and fat. We drink water, we sleep. It's simple. So click the link, let me help you, and I'll see you on the next video.